Hi, I'm Celeste and welcome to Find Your Purple. Today is day 32 of my 40 days of reflection, and I thought I would just talk about adapting. I got a dog recently. As you know, I think a few weeks ago I mentioned I agreed to board a dog for his dad was a trucker, got a new job and couldn't take the dog with him, and his grandparents lived on my street, as it turns out, and they had put a post up on the neighborhood board saying, would anybody be willing to board a dog? And I'd been toying with the idea of getting a dog again, so I agreed with the idea. I would see if I like the ease of not having a dog, but I've missed having a dog since our dog died last summer. And so I boarded Danny for a week, and then they asked if I would want to keep him. And Danny's about 11 pounds. He's a maltese and very sweet. But it does require a little adjustment in schedule. I used to take my walk early in the morning. Well, Danny doesn't want me to go without him, or he'll cry and bark. And if I take him, my walk becomes about Danny and not about my worship walk. He wants to stop and smell everything, and he gets muddy because it's a walk around a pond, and it just didn't work. So I started taking him to the dog park this last couple weeks, and I'm using an app my daughter told me about, and if you can see there, it's called 8Fit, F-I-T, and it's a free app. They have an upgraded version, I guess, that you can do fancier things with it and track your diet and all that, but it's like an 8 or up to an 8 to 12 minute workout. I'm in the very beginning workouts, so I want to keep it easy, so I don't know if they get longer, but it has you do different exercises, and you have 4 or 5 exercises, and some of them are timed, some of them are numbered, like you do a certain number of them. Other times you do it for a certain number of seconds. Some are cardio, some are strength, but it just puts you through a very quick routine, usually from 8 to 12 minutes depending on which one you're doing. And then you track it, and you can change the exercises out. Like a lot of times I don't want to be on the floor, so I'll switch it out for something else. But at the dog park, I am doing these little exercise routines, and it's working. I can watch the dog, and I can be doing my lunges, and I can be doing my push-ups on the fence, and I can do step-ups on the bench, and squats, and skaters, and it actually is working out okay. So I think my point, and I do have one, is things change in your life. You know, sometimes you're on a diet and then things happen and you can't be on the diet, or you're on an exercise program, things happen and you can't be on an exercise program. And I think often once I get off a routine, even if that routine's reading the Bible or taking a class, or sometimes I let it throw everything off. And instead of adjusting, I stop doing something, even if I know it's good for me. And I thought I would point out, yes, I preferred my morning walk. I liked my worship walk. It took 45 minutes or so. It was my time kind of with God. But I'm adjusting. I'm doing more prayer time at home where Danny doesn't get bothered. I just didn't want him to wake everyone up when I'd leave him at home. So I'm still doing an exercise. It's actually a good little app if anyone wants to try it. You can work as hard as you want on it, and then you rate it, but it's actually strengthening my arms. So I just thought I would point out, sometimes you have to change things up in your house and in your life, and sometimes you resist it, and sometimes you use it as an excuse to quit doing something that you know you should do. So this is just calling you out on it. And you know, if you've got something like that you would do a diet, but your spouse or kids don't want to eat the food, or in my case, I would do a walk, but my dog was being disruptive, either taking him on the walk or leaving him at home, or, you know, I think you get the point. So whenever you're on a routine, and like summer might be a big one, you do something during school year, the class ends, and you don't do it in the summer, or it's too inconvenient to do it, or, you know, it's just 101 excuses that we come up with sometimes to not do something that we know we should do and that we'd really want to do, because we know we should do it and it's good for us, but we use the excuse of something changing, so we don't do it. So we're getting ready to hit into the summer season. There might be some things that you have a perfect excuse to quit doing or to not to start, and I'm just calling you out. You only hurt yourself, and you're only lying to yourself, so who are we kidding? I know as I'm getting older, exercise is critical, even though I don't like it. A healthy diet is critical, even though I don't always want to be on it. Reading the Bible is critical, even though I might not want to get up early every day. So you've got to set your priorities and then stay with them. Yep, don't allow yourself to talk yourself out of it, because I think we tend to do that. So that's it for the day. As always, grab your cup of tea, sit back, and let's start sharing. Until next time, bye-bye.